Hi, we're Talking Saints, and it's the library edition of Seward County Community College. Hi, I'm here with Casandra Norin. She is the director of the library. Cassandra, how are you doing today?
Perfect. How are you, Phil?
I'm hanging in there. There's always something going on at the library, and you know what? Libraries are just not about books, are they?
Correct. We've got lots of things going on in the library, and it's a great place to study, a great place to just relax between classes, and yeah, maybe pick up a book or two here and there.
And actually, speaking of books, there is just a lot going on. It's Banned Book Week. Talk a little bit about that.
It is Banned Book Week, and so Banned Book Week is a remembrance of books that have been banned or challenged in the United States, and more of this is happening. I don't know if people are keeping up with news or even library news, but it's happening more and more. Thankfully, less so in the academic level, but in public libraries and school libraries, books are being challenged. Sometimes hundreds of books at a time are being challenged. And it's about showing people that, you can read what you want to read in a library. And that's especially true at Seward County Community College Library. If you want to read a book, you are more than welcome to read it. And there is a book for everybody at our library.
And there are some of activities going on over here at Banned Book Week for this week.
Yeah, we have our Banned Book Week picture wall up, so you can take a picture with a banned or challenged book. But we also have a contest going on where you have to find out what the banned book is. So we have parts of a banned book in there, and you're supposed to guess which title it is. And if the winner can win a gift certificate to the bookstore.
Awesome. One of the great things over there is being the library as a resource is that we had a bunch of students come in and they looked at these books and it's like, what? Why are they banned? Why are they challenged? And they just didn't know. And it's just really sad that these kids didn't get it. But at the same time, too, it's really sad that these books were banned in the first place.
Oh yeah, I mean there's books banned for just small and trivial reasons, and as a patron, it is your right to challenge a book. We have policies and procedures in place that if someone finds it offensive, that it goes up the ladder to other people who make that decision. But again, there are people that learn from these books, and some of these books really, most of us wouldn't find anything wrong with them and would be comfortable having them in our house or reading them. And so it's interesting.
It's really ironic, actually, when you think about what a educational institution like Seward County, 2 years or whether it's 4 years, that it's supposed to be going over there and open your mind and to sort of absorb everything out there, and then you make your own decisions out over there. And for people to challenge that doesn't want this materials in over there, it's pretty sad, I think.
It is sad, but hopefully, and I think right now a lot of people are looking at all of these book challenges and book bans that are going on across the nation, and it's actually bringing a lot of awareness to these books. I mean, like the New York Public Library recently gave access to any teenager in the United States to these banned books like Mouse. So it's actually promoting these books when you challenge them and making them instant bestsellers. So it's kind of having the opposite effect in a lot of ways.
And here, that's actually a great example. Mouse, a story about the Holocaust, which is also a graphic novel. And it's actually Mouse is used as the characters are driven as mice. And you just couldn't figure out why someone would be opposed to that in that kind of format, and yet someone is.
Yeah, it's really eye-opening, but and interesting, but sad at the same time that people want to restrict others.
Sure, and again, it's just amazing to me in my eyes. Okay, so let's segue into it as we chose Mouse out over there. Well, gee, it's about the Holocaust. And actually, the library is going to have a wonderful, extravagant, amazing display from the Holocaust Museum in D.C., Washington. And the library is actually getting that now. It won't be for a while, for a couple of years, but we're going to get it. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so we were selected as one of 50 libraries in the United States to host the second round of the Americans in the Holocaust exhibit. And so we are the dead last one. And I think it's really interesting because so there's I think 3 or 4 different display. I mean, it's the same display, but 3 or 4 versions of this display going out to different libraries. And our version started in Seward, Alaska, and it's ending at Seward County Community College. So we go from Seward to Seward.
They probably did that on purpose.
I'm convinced they did. But I think it's now in Seward, Alaska right now. And so we don't get ours until October of 2026, but we are already planning a lot of great programming and guest speakers and all of that so that everybody can benefit from this. And it is a phenomenal opportunity. We were the only Kansas library chosen, and so this is your chance to see it, whether you're, Panhandle of Oklahoma and Texas, or, New Mexico. You should all come and see this. Even all of our, area that we serve as Seward County Community College. We're going to get everybody in.
Right, and it's great that you don't have to travel and pay $1,000 to fly into Washington D.C. and you do all the other stuff, but you can actually get a part of it here and actually watch it and say, hey, I was actually in D.C. Well, maybe not, but
yeah,
but kind of like that. But yeah, I think it's amazing, especially for such a rural area, to actually get something as dramatic and informational as that. I think that we're incredibly lucky that we were chosen as such.
Yeah, and it really deals with an important topic, kind of about what Americans knew about the Holocaust, when they knew it, and what they did. And I think a lot of people are going to be surprised at how little both the American government and the American people did to prevent or help out those affected by the Holocaust. I mean, we kind of look at what Germans knew, and that's, well known, but I think a lot of us forget about what exactly Americans knew. And it's not to put blame on anybody, but it's just really something that we need to know that may help us in the future.
Right, it's from a different perspective. It's actually a fascinating perspective as we have to sort of look at ourselves within. It's like, wait, how did we as the United States, who supported all this, but did we really, really know what it was? And yeah, when we used to find out, or if you've ever been to the Holocaust Museum and how, wow, I've never been there, but I've heard just the story. You've been there, haven't you?
Yeah, I got to go there for this grant, to learn, and I learned from tons of scholars.
Right.
It was a 2-day program, and we were just like all of this information shoved at us. We came home with like 10 books about the Holocaust.
Right.
And so by 2026, I'm going to be a Holocaust mini expert.
Right, and it's just incredibly eye-opening. I'm sure, incredibly somber, I would imagine, but when you went through.
Yeah, and so we're already trying to get schools in, everybody in to see this, because it's really important to know about this.
Okay, so that's great. So that's one thing of the. Now let's sort of go back again and talk a little bit about some of the other stuff that's going on at the library. We have it's Hispanic Heritage Month, and you guys are actually in the forefront of that. You guys have displays. You guys actually have contests. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we have a fantastic display right when you walk in the library, but we have a bookmark contest, and this is your chance to be creative, because we want you to design a bookmark that has somehow to do with Hispanic Heritage Month, whether you incorporate the Seward County Community College's new motto, or is it motto? Or, just your own ideas of what being Hispanic means to you, or Hispanic themes. Put it down on paper, because it's due October 2nd, and after that we are going to have the unveiling of the winner and it professionally printed, so that other people checking out books from Seward County Community College can see your artistic genius.
That's great. Okay, so with that going on too, and obviously there's other things that the library constantly does itself, during the semester to encourage students. You guys have a chess club, you guys have scribblers, you guys have
Book club.
book club, and just all those things. What else is going on? What else is going on over there? Talk about those a little bit.
I think you named them. So, Scribblers meets in our library. It's not a library thing, but they're usually in the library every Wednesday. So, if you're interested in creative writing, come by, check on the time and come by. You're more than welcome. All students are allowed to join. And if you need a club, this is a great one to join because I think that a lot of the people that are in it are pretty cool, so. It's great. Chess we play on a Wednesday. It was this Wednesday, so if you're interested, and there's always a board out. So if you want to play chess, just come by.
It's every month.
Yeah, once a month. And then book club is the last Tuesday of the month. And this month, I'm sorry, we're reading Colleen Hoover, but usually we choose better books. So.
No offense, Colleen.
Yeah. So we're reading Verity this month. So if you want to participate, pick up a copy. Check out a copy at the front desk and join us.
And I was jokingly saying that that the library is more than just books, but they're a really important part. You want to know that the library has so many resources to it. It's just incredible. If you go in, they have computers, databases that Casandra, if you ever need, they have Word and Microsoft and just all these kind of information that you need, and Casandra and her staff are more than happy to help you out. Also within the library too, there are other things that that sort of how it fits in. Well, they have a tutoring center, a writing center, they have a math lab to a certain extent, they have a testing center. All of that stuff is combined, and everyone should just go in and check out the library because there's something for everybody really out over there. And we were joking about that about books and stuff, but it really is. It's such a helpful place and such a strong resource.
Yeah, and free printing, of course. So
and free printing.
When you're printing out your midterm papers, this is the place to do it.
Thanks. Casandra, thank you so much. We'll talk to you again in the future. I'm sure that by the time that this is done, you'll have 100 other things that you'll be going on.
Of course.
And we really appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Yay.